What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You are watching the Clark Griswold YouTube channel, and I am Mr. Clark Griswold. So thank you guys for being here today. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, new to the Strat, you're struggling with your trading, you're struggling with the Strat, this channel, guys, and what we show and what we teach here is going to change the way that you guys trade in the stock market. But the very first thing I need you guys to do before we get started is go down below, click that subscribe button, then hit that bell. That bell is the most important part. That bell gives you the notifications for when I send out videos just like this one every single day. And this is our watch list for Tuesday, August 23rd. I put these out for free every single day. I put out these, I put out top fives, I put out weekly swings, monthly swings. I've got 300 plus videos for you guys how to learn to trade this strategy, how to learn to become more profitable, how to learn to become more consistent. We go through everything. We go through the setups, the entries, the exits, how to manage your trade while you are in the trade. We go through broadening formations, the candlestick numbers, and everything to do with the strat. 300 plus learning tool videos that you guys will find on this channel, okay? I'm on Twitter. If you're there, you can follow me at Mr. Clark Griswold. Feel free to DM me, ask me questions there. I put out tweets all day. I do the same thing on my Discord. So if you join the Discord, the link is in the description below. There's plenty of rooms there. I send out live tweets, live messages on the Discord as well. So you can go check that out as well. And if you want, you can leave comments or questions in the comment section below of any of my videos, and I will get back to you. I usually get back to you guys on the same day. It's pretty important to me to get back to everybody who's following me and wants to try and learn. So expect a response within 24 hours usually. Okay, let's go through a couple things here before we get into the watch list. Number one, the platform that I use to chart with the screen that you're looking at is called TradingView. You can see it up here. If you've never used TradingView before or you're looking for a platform to use, there's a link in the description below. That link will give you a free 30-day trial to one of their subscription-based services. So you can try it out free for 30 days. If you like it, you can get the subscription and you get up to $30 off depending on which subscription you choose. But you need to click on that link below to start with that. The second thing I want to go through, guys, is the ads. I know the ads suck. Nobody likes them. They're annoying. But those ads and the advertisers who put those ads on here are paying to keep these videos free for you guys and to keep them coming every single day. Okay, so the one thing I ask from you guys in return for me putting these videos out and the time that I put the time I take to put the videos out is for you guys just to let those ads roll through. So what you can do, just when they come up, let them roll through, go get a drink, go get a snack, and then we can rock out on the playlist. Okay, keep your money in your pocket, let the ads roll through, and we'll get started. Okay, so let's get started here. Not a whole bunch of great setups for tomorrow, guys, just because we had such big gaps on everything today, big gap downs on most of our plays. Nothing really came back and finished green. But there are a few plays here for the day setup, so we can go through those. So the first one I've got on the list is NEO. Of course, if there's a setup on NEO, I will always have it on here. I'm just going to take some stuff out here just because it's a little distracting to me. Into the Griswold Strat, we'll go into our settings, and I'm going to remove the monthly lines, and I'll leave the 50% weekly lines. Those are part of the Griswold Strat indicator. Okay, so on this NEO chart, we've got a 2 down that finished green. Okay, so we're looking for a 2 up reversal. The hourly, the daily, the weekly are all green on the month. Looks like we've got resistance at this monthly. If we go to the monthly chart, we are inside bar on the month, but we've got some resistance here at that monthly bar. So if we flip back to the day, we can see we do have some resistance in. Now let me just do this. Go back into our paintbrush. There's our rectangle. This may not work out the way I want it to, but it just looks like we have a little bit of resistance in that area. Okay, so that's, whoops. That's kind of what I was trying to show there. We have some resistance. We continue to bounce off of that line there. Okay, so we'll see what happens with NEO. We'll see if it can rebound and trend back to the upside off of this 2 up that finished green. We could take calls at 1926. First target at 1972. Next up on the list, CVX. Again, 2 down, finish green. We can look for calls on this. Everything is green except for the month. So we can look for, I don't even have a target in there, a trigger in there. Let's get the trigger in there. Calls at 157.74. Our first target to the upside is also our trigger for the weekly. So I want to go over this because yesterday I was asking Twitter and I was asking some other people why I was only showing double inside bars and this one was showing a 2 up. I'm going to show you guys why. So what I had on my settings on TradingView, I had this adjust data for dividends marked off. And when I had that, this was showing as a 2 up. So I figured it out. We take that adjust data for dividends marker off, and then it gives me my triple inside bar. Okay. So we go back to the daily. We have this break here. So we are looking to break out of a triple inside bar on Chevron. So if you're asking me, yes, Chevron would be on my top 5. NEO would be on my top 5. We can look for calls at 157.74. We're going to look to break out of that triple inside bar range on CVX. Next up is Pfizer. Okay, Pfizer's got a double inside bar. Let me go through these inside bars with you guys. If you are new, you're going to learn about these. If you've been with me for a while, you know all about inside bars. So inside bars give you this yellow candle when you have the Griswold Strat indicator. Again, you can't get it on the indicator tab. You have to purchase it with the link down below or on the Discord, because everything I offer you guys, free or fee-based, is on that Discord. So make sure you're clicking on that link down below and going to check it out. Inside bars, guys, they don't break the high and they do not break the low of the previous candle. They stay within the range. It's a consolidating range. It's a tightening range. So when you get the Griswold Strat and you see these yellow bars, I want you guys to think of something that's getting spring-loaded, a tightening range, something that's getting compacted. And when you let go of it, it's going to release and explode into one direction or the other. The other thing the Griswold Strat gives you is this blue line. So this blue line usually comes over both, except for when we have the inside bar and the most recent bar. So if we go back in time, we can look for the last time we had a blue bar. So, and this is easy. We just scroll back, and they are very, very rare. We don't see these double inside bars very often. And there we have it. This blue bar represents a double inside bar here. And you can see what happened the last time we had it. We triggered, target, target, gap fill, and target. Okay, so highly probable plays. And we're going to look for it to do the same thing. We're going to look to break out of this double inside bar and then break out of a triple inside bar. Or sorry, that was on CVX. Had the triple inside bar. Pfizer, if we go to the weekly, Pfizer has a single inside bar right here. So we're going to look to break out of that. Break of a double inside bar on the daily, and then break of a single inside bar on the weekly. Okay, so full time frame continuity right now to the downside. This would be in my top 5 for sure. We're not going to do a top 5, but I'll tell you NEO, CVX, and Pfizer would definitely be on there, and I'll give you 2 more as we run through the remainder here. Okay, so calls at 49.39, puts at 48.73 on Pfizer, and then, like I said, we'll look to break out of that inside bar on the weekly as well tomorrow. See if it happens. Next up, we've got Twitter. TWTR. So Twitter, I'm actually going to take off of here. That should not be on there. We'll get rid of that one. We go into XOM. XOM has a 1, 2 down that finished green, close to a hammer candle. We've got nice time frame continuity outside of the month, so we can look for calls at 94.50 with our targets marked out on this 2 down that finished green. Now XOP is almost exactly the same. We have this inside bar. We have a 1-2-2 Rev Strat. So a Rev Strat is an inside bar followed by a 2 down, and then we are looking for a 2 up. We've got full time frame continuity to the upside. Okay, so this is a play that I would be looking at on my top 5. So we can do this if we want, just like that. We'll move that into the top 5. So XOP, that's a oil and gas ETF with Spider. And again, we're just going to look for calls on this thing with full time frame continuity. It looks good. Okay, next up is Baba. That's Alibaba. Double inside bar. So what are we going to do? Let's move this into that top 5 as well. BABA, double inside bar, calls at $90.88, puts at $89.30 off of this double inside bar. Last time we had a 2x inside bar. There's our 3-1 setup. The Griswold Strat gives you this yellow highlighter over top. And let's keep on moving back on Alibaba. Very, very rare. Just like the 3-1. It's actually even more rare than a 3-1 setup. And there. We have to go all the way back to November. November of 2020 was the last time Alibaba had a double inside bar. Okay, and let's see what happened. Let's see if we can repeat history. Does it really mean anything? Probably not, but we like to look anyways. We had this huge gap down. So everything else gap down on Monday. Is Alibaba going to get the gap down on Tuesday off of this double inside bar? We'll see. Time frame continuity outside of the quarterly and the yearly are all pointing us in the up direction. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Calls at $90.88, puts at $89.30. XOP we went through. XOM, same kind of setup. Okay, if we didn't go through this already, it's a 122 rev strat. Calls at $94.50. UNG, that's United States Natural Gas Fund. That should not be on there either. And we've got a couple more here. MS is Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley has this gap down like everything else. The only reason I put it on here is because it finished green on the day. Okay, we've got good time frame continuity across the board to the upside, so we can look for calls at 88.86. Now, the one thing I want to point out, your first target is not the top of the candle. Your first target is the bottom of the candle. We'll change that to green because we are trying to fill this gap here. There's no candle from here to here, so we're trying to fill a gap. So again, calls at 88.86, first target at 89.66, and that would push us back through the trigger of the weekly. Next up is PG, that's Procter & Gamble. Inside bar on PG, but we do have this inverse hammer or shooter candle. We can look for puts at 148.84 or calls at 150.12, and then we've got our targets marked out. Realistically, you can put another target right there to the downside, and that's on Procter & Gamble. Plug Power. Plug Power's got a 2 down that finished green. We gapped down and we came back up through the weekly trigger. We've got nice time frame continuity. Calls at 26.53, and first targets have good magnitude at 27.55. And let's move Plug up there. So we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bonus play. And then the last one we're going to go through here, guys, is Peloton. PTON. 2 down, finish green. We're going to look for calls at 11.75. First target marked out at $12.41. Guys, if you like the video, make sure you're following me on Twitter. Subscribe down below. Leave comments if you had made any profit today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Give me a like. I thank you guys for it in advance. I'll always take a like. I'll always take a comment. I'll always take something where I can answer you guys back and help you guys out. And make sure you're getting in on that Discord as well. And if you stay tuned till the end, there's a watch list or a playlist just for you guys and a video that suits you, the watcher, the best. Okay? So guys, check that out, and we will see you guys all on the next one. Good luck trading on Tuesday, guys. I wish you all green. Follow us along on the Discord. Get in on that Discord. Join in. Follow us along, and let's learn together and earn together. We will see ya on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.